it. And now you gotta get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning.
Now I got the flow. I'm about to pull up. He's wasteful cause and I've been waiting so long. Now I gotta resurface. He ain't ready to stop. How the bread and we burn it. Cause I've been feeling cool time. I've been feeling cool time. Turn up.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. I wanted to talk to you, Postal family. I wanted to talk to you. An individual came up to me while we were working and he said, yo, Jay, I like your video about buying a home. I like your video about getting things together in your life, but I'm not there yet. I said, man, I can't give you no advice, but I could pass on some information to you. Have you used any of the information that's left in the video description? And he was like, well, I'm a little skeptical about that. I said, well, those are things that I've used myself in my postal journey in order to get to where I'm at. And my cup is only half full. My cup ain't half empty. My cup is half full. Here it is, family. Everybody starts somewhere. Where have you started? Or have you started? These are things you need to do now in your postal journey if you believe you're going to stick around for a long time. Number one, have some type of goal. Have some type of goal. Whatever the goal may be. But a lot of the people that are here are younger. So younger people, where's your goal at? Do you see an end goal? Do you see anything at the end of the tunnel? Have you even thought that through? Get yourself a piece of paper, write it down, stick it on your refrigerator. Say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I need, and work towards it. It's not an easy, everyday thing, but it can happen so long as you put the effort in now. Postal family, if you're new, start somewhere. Start somewhere. With the things that I use in the video description, I'm actually going to show you what it's done for me. Just so you guys don't think, oh, this guy's a scammer. No, far from a scammer. I don't even know who would even think that. I gain nothing by this, except to know that somebody's going to pass this information on to somebody else. First off, if you're looking towards buying a home, that information from that video, my Christmas gift to you, that information is in the video description. Click it. I explained it. I don't think I need to explain that again. But a lot of people say, hey man, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm working on my credit. Hell, Jay's working on his credit. Went through a divorce. Very difficult scenario. Hence me saying some of the things I've said in my previous videos about making sure you have different open lines of credit, making sure that you're continuing to build credit. Everybody's in a different place. I'm not going to direct this at one person or two people. Use whatever may be helpful for you. But again, I'm going to show you what is done for me. That way you can see it can be done. Did it happen overnight? Hell no. Did it eventually happen? It's happening now. It's happening now. And how much is this costing me? Very, very, very little bit of money. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. But number two, make sure that when you come to work, you dress how you want to be addressed. Dress how you want to be addressed. This is not a dig at anybody, so if it offends you, sorry. But when you show up to work and you're dressed a certain way, think about how somebody is going to perceive you. And then wonder why they speak to you the way they speak to you or talk the way they talk to you. It is far from an excuse for any supervisor to disrespect anybody. But again, if you dress how you want to be addressed, there is no way anybody can continue to disrespect you or even look at you sideways. More so the flip side. You know what? This individual is carrying themselves like a professional. Watch my tongue, because this individual is a professional. But if you carry yourself in a funky type of way, and again, I'm not digging at anybody, you know what I'm talking about, family. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Then expect to be addressed how you dress. What you present yourself as is exactly how people perceive you. That's not rocket science. That's fact. Well, what do you mean, Jay? We work at facilities and plants. I'm not going to put on my church clothes. You ain't got to put on your church clothes. Come on now. Let's be realistic. If you're working at a facility, hey man, dress like you're working at a facility. Sometimes too hot. You can still carry yourself a certain way. I'm not going to tell you what to wear, but look at yourself before you walk out the door. Number 3, what comes out of your mouth can change how people perceive you as well. I learned that the hard way. See, I can carry myself in all different types of ways. I can be Goofy Jay, I can be Caribbean Jay, I could be Spanish Jay, I could be whatever. But when I get to work, if I'm in certain scenarios and situations, I make sure I carry myself the correct way, because I want the respect that I'm giving to anyone else. This ain't rocket science. These are things that you need to know and practice for your postal journey. You need to do these things now. But let's push those things aside and let's get to the meat and potatoes. You want a home? You want to aspire towards something better? Get the credit right. What worked for me may not work for you, but give it a try. Give it a try. I was a lost cause, or so I thought, but we're making it happen. Check these little clips out and tell me if any of these things may possibly be helpful towards you. Again, this is just what worked for me. All right, let's check it out. The first thing that we're looking at is BMG Money. Spoken about them before. I utilized them before. And as you can see, my previous loan was paid in full. It was paid in full. The reason I got BMG Money was because I was in a jam at one time. And it helped me. It didn't pull any credit. And it also helped build my credit because they reported to the credit bureaus. It showed an open loan. A lot of people don't have loans on their credit report, and it is extremely helpful towards building your credit. I've paid it off a few times, and at this time, my loan amount that they can give me would be $6,000. Now, the annual percentage rate sucks. Yes, it sucks, but this is what happens when you get a loan. The way I was able to do it is, as you can see, the biweekly payment is at $120 and is a 25% annual percentage rate. Instead of me putting it in as 120 because they ask you for an allotment, I put $146 paying them off. That extra percentage, 25%, it paid my loan off faster, and I didn't have to pay all that crazy interest. Instead of 120, I paid off $146, and it paid off faster. See how that works? The 25%, I just took that and turned it into dollars, added it to my biweekly payment, knocked it out. Now they're offering me $6,000. But do I want it? No. Don't need it. Not right now. That was the first thing that helped me. Paid in full, etc., etc. As you can clearly see. Kickoff credit. It's this weird thing that you apply for. None of this stuff runs no real credit check. Just show you what it does. It says that you can apply for it. It gives you a $500 line of credit on your credit report. Then it tells you to buy something and then pay it off. The things that you buy are audiobooks, $20. And then your payments are like $1.44, as you can see, $1.44. Now you have a $500 line of credit. Your credit utilization is virtually nothing. And my balance on my thing, $3.44. This, again, is another way to build your credit. They also have a credit builder loan, the same exact thing as self-lender, where you just add towards it and then they pay you out your loan at the end. But it shows that you are continually building your credit and paying something off. Well, what has it done for you, Jay? Well, I don't know. Let's take a peek. There you go. I'm putting everything out there on the table. As you can see, I'm only at a 712, but look at how it progressed. It started very low, and it made its way up. It gave me was it 88 points. There's the evidence right there. These little things have helped. And that's it. Utilize these things. I have them in the video description. And if it can help you, go for it. If it can't, so be it. Being said, this is JH. Now, if you made it this far in the video, please be respectful in the comment section. We all are entitled to opinions, and this is open forum. But whatever you saw that didn't work for you, it worked for me, and it has worked for other people. I'm just passing on the homework that I did for myself. But don't dig at something that can be helpful towards somebody else. All right? This is Jay. This should be the beginning of a new year for you. Let's try to have some aspirations towards something better. This is JH, and we out.